Most dog owners believe their dog knows they love them. But here's the truth. Many dogs actually don't feel it the way you think. Because dogs don't understand love through words, they understand it through behavior. And there are 7 simple things you can do every day that speak directly to your dog's emotional language. 1. Make eye contact the right way. Most owners think locking eyes with their dog is just looking at them. But science has revealed something extraordinary. When you make soft, intentional eye contact with your dog, both of your brains release oxytocin. That's the same bonding hormone that floods a mother's system when she looks at her newborn. A study published in Science found that this mutual gaze between dogs and humans creates a positive feedback loop. Your dog looks at you, oxytocin rises in both of you, you feel closer, you look longer, more oxytocin releases. It's a chemical conversation that says, "You matter to me," without a single word. But here's what most people miss. The quality of that eye contact matters. A hard stare can feel threatening to a dog. What you want is a soft gaze, relaxed eyes, maybe a slow blink, a gentle smile. Do this for even 30 seconds in the morning, and you've just told your dog, in their language, "I see you, you're safe, you're mine." Try it tomorrow morning before you do anything else. Just sit with your dog, make that soft eye contact, and watch what happens. Most dogs will lean in, soften their body, maybe even sigh. That's not just comfort, that's connection. And by the way, if you're learning something here, hit that subscribe button. We're decoding dog behavior every week, and this is just the beginning. 2. Greet them like they greet you. Your dog loses their mind when you come home. Spinning, jumping, tail whipping so hard their whole body wags. And what do most owners do? A quick pat on the head, maybe a distracted "hey buddy," and then straight to checking their phone or putting groceries away. Here's the truth. Your dog just gave you the most enthusiastic, full body expression of joy they're capable of, and you barely acknowledged it. In the canine world, greetings are sacred. They're how pack members reaffirm bonds, check in emotionally, and say, "I missed you, and I'm so glad you're back." When you downplay that moment, you're not just being casual, you're sending a message that their excitement doesn't matter. So here's what you do instead. When you walk through that door, stop everything. Get down to their level if you can. Use an excited, warm voice. Pet them with intention, not a quick tap, but real, meaningful touch. Match their energy for at least 30 seconds. Let them know that this moment, this reunion, matters to you too. Dogs don't understand "I'm tired" or "I had a long day." They understand presence. And when you show up fully in that greeting, you're speaking directly to their heart. Do this every single time you come home, and watch how your dog's confidence in your bond grows. 3. Let them sniff on walks. Most walks look like this. Human pulls dog forward, dog wants to sniff, human gets impatient, dog gets dragged along. Repeat for 20 minutes. Walk over. But here's what you need to understand. For your dog, sniffing isn't a distraction from the walk, it is the walk. A dog's sense of smell is 10,000 to 100,000 times more acute than yours. When they sniff a fire hydrant, they're not just smelling pee, they're reading messages. Who was here, when they were here, what they ate, how they felt. It's their version of scrolling social media, reading the news, and catching up with neighbors all at once. When you constantly pull them away from sniffing, you're essentially dragging someone away from a conversation mid-sentence, over and over again. It's frustrating, it's disrespectful, and it tells your dog that their needs don't matter as much as your schedule. So here's the shift. Build sniff time into every walk. Let your dog lead for at least part of it. Let them investigate that patch of grass for as long as they want. Yes, it'll slow you down. But this isn't about exercise, it's about enrichment. A 1-5-minute walk where your dog gets to sniff freely is more mentally satisfying than a 4-5-minute forced march. And when your dog feels heard, when their instincts are honored, they feel loved. It's that simple. 4. Touch them with intention. You probably pet your dog every day, but are you really touching them, or are you just going through the motions? There's a difference, and your dog knows it. Intentional touch means slowing down. It means putting your phone away, turning off the TV in your mind, and actually being present with your hands. Dogs can feel the difference between a distracted pat and a purposeful stroke. Research shows that slow, rhythmic petting lowers a dog's heart rate and reduces cortisol levels. It's calming, bonding, and deeply reassuring. But it only works if you're actually there. Try this. Once a day, spend 5 minutes just touching your dog. Not while you're watching TV or scrolling your phone, just you and them. Run your hands slowly over their body, scratch behind their ears, massage their shoulders. Notice how they respond. Most dogs will lean into you, close their eyes, maybe even groan with contentment. That's not just physical pleasure, that's emotional relief. You're telling them, through touch, I'm here, you're safe, you're loved. And here's the part most people don't realize. This isn't just good for your dog. It's good for you too. That same oxytocin release happens in your brain. You both walk away calmer, closer, more connected. 5 minutes. Every day. It's one of the most powerful things you can do. 5. Protect their sleep. Your dog sleeps a lot, 12 to 14 hours a day for most adult dogs. And a lot of owners treat that sleep as nothing. They wake their dog up to move them, to play, because guests arrived, because it's cute to get a reaction. But here's what you need to know. Sleep is when your dog processes everything. It's when their brain consolidates memories, when their body heals, when stress hormones reset. Interrupt that, and you're not just waking them up, you're disrupting their emotional regulation. Dogs who don't get quality sleep become anxious, reactive, and insecure. They're running on empty, and they don't understand why they feel so off. So here's how you show love through sleep. Give your dog a safe, quiet place to rest where they won't be disturbed. If they're sleeping, let them sleep. Don't wake them unless it's absolutely necessary. Teach kids, guests, and other pets that when the dog is resting, they're off limits. This might sound small, but to your dog, it's everything. You're telling them your rest matters. Your needs matter. I will protect your peace. And dogs who feel that kind of security, they're calmer, happier, and far more confident in their relationship with you. 6. Give them a job. Your dog wasn't bred to lie on the couch all day. Even the smallest, fluffiest lap dog has working ancestry somewhere in their lineage, and deep in their DNA, there's a need to feel useful. When dogs don't have a purpose, they create one, and it's usually something you won't like. Barking at nothing, destructive chewing, obsessive behaviors. That's not a bad dog. That's a bored brain trying to find meaning. So give them a job. It doesn't have to be complicated. Teach them to bring you their leash before walks. Have them carry a small backpack on hikes. Ask them to find a toy you've hidden. Train them to ring a bell when they need to go outside. The task itself doesn't matter. What matters is that they have something to do, something that makes them feel valuable. When you give your dog a role, you're saying, you're not just here to be cute. You contribute. You matter. And dogs who feel needed are dogs who feel loved. Try introducing one small job this week. Watch how your dog's energy shifts. They'll be more focused, more engaged, and more bonded to you because now they're not just your pet. They're your partner. 7. End every day with a ritual. Dogs are creatures of rhythm. They find comfort in predictability, in knowing what comes next. And one of the most powerful ways to communicate love is through a consistent end-of-day ritual. It doesn't have to be elaborate. Maybe it's a specific phrase you say before bed. Maybe it's a gentle ear scratch while they settle into their spot. Maybe it's a slow walk around the block, just the two of you, before the house goes quiet. What matters is that it's consistent and that it's yours. This ritual becomes an anchor point in your dog's day. No matter what chaos happened, no matter what changed, this moment stays the same. And in that consistency, your dog finds security. They know the day is ending. They know they're safe. They know you're still there. Over time, this ritual becomes one of the most emotionally significant parts of your dog's life. It's a promise you keep every single night without fail. And dogs remember promises. They live by them. So choose your ritual and commit to it. Because when your dog curls up at the end of the day and that familiar routine unfolds, they're not just going to sleep, they're going to sleep knowing without a doubt that they are loved. Here's the thing most owners don't realize. Your dog isn't waiting for grand gestures. They're not keeping score of how much you spent on their bed or how many toys you bought. What they're watching for every single day is whether you see them, whether you show up, whether your actions match the love you say you feel. These 7 things aren't complicated. They don't take much time, but they speak directly to your dog's heart in a language they actually understand. Do them consistently, and you won't just have a well cared for dog. You'll have a dog who feels deeply, completely loved. And that changes everything.